Hello folks and welcome to the Tilty streams here on twitch.tv/TiltyHouse, broadcasting to you as always from within the crystal gauntlet of the main palatial Tilty House studios here in beautiful downtown Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. My name is Ian Horner, and I'll be your guide today through the world of the Yakuza, specifically Yakuza Like a Dragon. Welcome as well. We should take care of some business right off the bat. Welcome to Sugar Shot and her raiding party. Welcome, all of you. Thanks for joining the channel as we jump into things today. It's probably going to be mostly sub stories and mini games, so we're gonna have some fun today. Got to thank as well Dark Morford for resubscribing for 17 whole months, saying hope Magimon gave that mini back after last weekend. Yes, we just got it taken out today to do some filming today. Not up the mini, about the mini, don't worry about that, but did some filming today, so that's going to be fun. Lurker Spine, God, I've got the Kathleen disease, subscribing for 8 whole months of subscription. Thank you so much for your continued support as well. I need to throw a cable over top of a thing so that I can have comfort and not worry if I'm going to knock down some lights here. All right, let's open up the game here and put on our headphones. What other business tonight? Today's beer is the ginger from Phillips. Phillips ginger beer. It tastes good and it's extremely gingery. And I'm very happy for more of that. Righty. Oh. Yes, there's your surprise information for loading ready live tomorrow. There will in fact be a pre-recorded bit, so that involves me somehow. Let's get into the gameplay. There we go. Audio's good for me. Audio appears to be good for you. Let's throw ourselves into the... You know what? I did do a bit of grinding since we last spoke, as you can see. Appears to be the day after. Ooh, the day after loading ready live. That's the point there. I'm looking at 57. Yeah, we managed to climb 2 levels. So that was good jobs for us. Let's load that data and let's get things started. Menu pings are allowed though. That seems like that might just be the whole game being a bit loud. Then if the menu pings are that noticeable, I'm going to throw it down by another 4 decibels and please report back later. Ginger says, I have some news to share with y'all. Finished that musical composition and premiered my performance last Sunday and it was super well received. Congratulations, that is great! Aha! Let's see here. Jack Slack says, also knows going to ask for birthday present last week, but Normans does that to 2 things. Can we get a drunk fight today? Absolutely! I would love to do that. In fact, let's all get drunk and get into a big battle in the Yappy area. No, super glad to hear that, Lounge Eater, that it turned out to be a smashing success. And congratulations on finishing it as well. That deserves its own kudos, separate from reception, because good God, we know how hard it is to actually get something done in this day and age. Do we need to swap anyone's job right now? I think I'm actually pretty happy with the spread we've got. So until people start hitting level 30. Level 30 is where I kind of want to swap out the jobs maybe, because I know that they patched the job cap out after. It used to be capped at 30, but no longer. That said, it'd be nice to maybe level people up in their other jobs as well for variety. Why not? Where was I going? I was going to go down and hang out on Romance Street, or the Romance Workshop, to see what exactly it is that we need to get for them, insect-wise, in order to deal with upgrades and whatnot. And then get it! And then do it! Yeah, Dachi does have some pretty good... some good Beej face similarities there, I'll give him that. I think the hair is really what's doing it right now. Yeah. Love the flashing on that sign's letters. Right, it is this way? Right, it's a block over. I always make that mistake. Let's see if we can sneak through here, though. There appears to be a small pathway in this corner. I mean, that's hardly a small pathway. I've been through smaller pathways in my Yakuza career in past. Right, garbage pile, nothing there right now. Nope, can't get through the shin high wall of whatever it is. In we go. All right, let's have a look at what's on order. Craft / improve gear. Oh, fun support. Can we have some fun? Some fun with funds? Oh, we're getting close, right? How much money do we have in the bank? We gotta have some in the bank, right? Okay, no, we'll do that afterwards. Craft me, improve my gear. Strengthen my weapons. What do we got here? So the bat needs a higher facility rank. Looks like we can... No, this one. We've got the golden dragonflies. Let's do it. Make my wine stronger. Oof. Glad to see you here, Iris, but yeah, take care of yourself. If work is taking it out of you. It's the weekend. Let's have us some fun. Good. Better attacks are always better. Let's... Damn it! We need tungsten! Where do we get tungsten? Actually, I know where we get tungsten. We get tungsten in the fight. I think we get tungsten in the fight. In the fight tower. Yeah, we should absolutely be maxing out this wood flipper, if it's possible. Adam Zero, not much to say this week. I'm excited to get back into Yakuza. We've been I've had 3 hours of Yakuza taken away from me and turned into car time, which is fine as well. Yeah, easy game. I appreciate you stopping by. Maybe check some of the... No, we don't have any of those VODs up on Tilty House right now. Check out the game. Hopefully someone else is playing something at a better level, but happy to have you here for the short time you were. Yes, it is a good game. Sarah speaks truth there. Cookies seem good. Okay, let's punch up this spatula. And then we might have to make a second one for... No, wait, Namba. Namba will remain a musician for the moment. Okay, now we're cooking with cast iron. We will also upgrade this steel flipper, because we have the ability to and the ranking. But she probably shouldn't have a loop that tight in her welder. The wire would have a real problem get through there. Okay, we're up to steel flipper +1. And we can +2 it. Because we will. Wow, Judith, yes, Loading Ready Live is in fact this weekend. So plan accordingly. Okay, now we need to get the facility rank up to get the scorching spatula. That looks like it's going to be real good. We need to get a musician thing in here. Stat. Why are we not upgrading the box cutter if we have the ability to? Keep going. Keep going, Special Blade Box Cutter.
なかなかいい感じっしょ。
Just into the +1 stage, which I'm fine with.
めっちゃいい感じ。
I like pluses after things. Macintosh Plus. High C Plus.
出来良すぎじゃん。
C plus plus. Oh no. There, I too have become, I mean, as it happens, the closer one gets to Desert Bus, the more keenly aware of how close Desert Bus is. Yeah. It's coming. Wait, strength weapon. Was that it? Oh, we can upgrade some other stuff here. I mean, we might as well. What else do we got here? Cotton pouch. I mean, yeah, might as well upgrade the True Ace. Is it? No, we can't because we need refined iron. Okay, the cloth pouch. We don't have many hosts right now on staff, which is fine. We need money materials for that one. The katana for Zhao. Yeah, we might as well. That's what I'm thinking, Dark Morpher. You've got a Desert Bus meeting, I think, coming up in the next week here. So I think once we've got an idea of what's going to be happening going forward, yeah, I'll get in touch with you and we'll start planning. Oh, good God. Layout, companion card deck, plus the phone. Whew. That is still a lot of work. Meow asks, hey, any thoughts on the newly announced games from Gamescom, like Saints Row Reboot? I hadn't, the only thing that filtered up through my filters was the Saints Row Reboot. I haven't actually seen any other games from Gamescom hit me yet. I'm excited because I now just realized that No More Heroes 3 is out. So I should get a copy of that before it becomes extremely difficult to get a copy of that. Make my katana grow! The more I see it, the more that bend in her cablings really started to bother me. Keep going!
なかなかいい感じっしょ。
Tradition dictates that the blade is not complete until it's survived 100 battles? Huh. What did she do to it? Let's add some impure lead and some high purity lead to make this sword better somehow. Yum. Okay, and now it just wants just the high purity lead. Well, it's
最後の仕上げ
Keep adding more lead to it.
よっ
If this turns into a pencil so that it makes it more stronger than a sword, I'd be very upset, but I'll understand.
となかなかいい感じっしょ
Okay, and finally to +3.
ここをこうしてよいしょよっしゃーできたやっば出来良すぎじゃん
Kiwami Demon Blade. A diabolical blade bearing the Kiwami title. That means it's extreme. Its true potential is unknown. Get out of there. Sorry, the get out of there was directed to a fruit fly that was going at my beer. I was upset about said thing. Well, I mean, we're gonna keep pumping this blade, right?
ちょっとよっとよっしゃーできたなかなかいい感じっしょ最後の仕上げ
Keep going!
よいしょよっしゃーできたやっば出来良すぎじゃん
No, Scout Ringtail, I don't think we have actually touched the bodyguard class very much, but it's nice to know we have it when it's there. It is now locked out. We just need actually a facility that will allow us to use that properly. Okay, I think I'm good for a bit here. Let's leave this alone. And we just need big money. And wait, we need big money. And for this one, I mean, yeah, it's a standard table wine, so I don't think we need to bump that up yet. This though is good, but we need tempered safety glass, gleaming aluminum, and high density metal, which I think can be obtained, if I'm not wrong, from the the fighty box with Yappy's fighty box. All right, let's go check ourselves out at the. Actually, I do want to check what what weapons she has available to craft. That might be interesting. Got some Thunderstick bat. Seems really kind of cool. And fortified steel frame, which is just, it appears to be rebar, which feels like it could be really good. Is there a compare? There is a compare. So nothing currently compares to you in terms of the bat I've got right now. That's fine. Yeah, we've got Dead Drunk Sparkling. What's that give me? Normally high. Chance of normal attack to apply drunk. That's cool. Psychedelic microphone. Chance on brainwashing. And this one boosts damage done by cold attacks, which is good, but I don't know if we have enough cold attacks right now. And we certainly don't have enough silver dragonflies to make a psychedelic microphone. And let's see here. Mr. Shakedown in this game? Yeah, not at the moment, but if we do die, we lose half of our money on hand, so we try not to do that. Also, we're currently not, we're all wearing something that keeps me from touching random battles, which is nice. Okay. Let's Killer Whisk. Can't build that yet either. How does it stand up? It's still not as good as what we currently got. Beatdown guitar. Again, defense goes up for the reinforced guitar, but the guitar he's got seems pretty good. Let's see if we can get a Silver Stag Beetle to get a beatdown guitar, because I bet that could probably get upgraded pretty hard. Lightning bandages seems not as good as the dragon stuff we've got. Metal ruler and poison box cutter, not needed. And then that's just other. Let's, is there any good armor that I need? We got the Nouveau Reach crown. That's just a wild hat. This one has no special effect, but just it looks good. No special effects on these hats, unfortunately. And then there's just some good... Wait, one more. Boots! Any special effects on the boots? No, except some of these boots are just seemingly really good. Okay, let's go find out how much money we have so that we can put it inside of this place. And we're also going to have to go buy a bunch of liquor. Get everyone super drunk at some point. Yes, there are. Let's actually go deal with some hero work here while we're out. And it's available. Where is the heroism? It's... Oh, we're gonna have to fight a sign man. Look, I have no intention of working for you, so if you leave me back alone, that would be great. Hope part-time here is on the way here. That's me. You get a floral microphone. Yeah, I'm part-time hero, and you need to learn that no means no. You've been making my client uncomfortable. What? Oh, I'm offering the lady a job, but if you want it comfortable, okay. It's fighty time. I've been enjoying what we can do with this. Nope, don't. Should have gone just on the weak guy. Well, this guy's weak as well. Good enough. Okay, and then, I mean, for those about to celebrate, we salute you. Happy Omedeto. Just hit him. Zero cash? I mean, yes. We're doing this for the points. Sorry you had to fight, but I appreciate what you did. Do you really think pressuring people into a contract would work? Anyway, I'll be sure to call you again when something else comes up. And it will. Ka-ching! We are a senior hero, and there's new quests available. It's nice when your friends fade in like that. Hey, you next to the watermelon joint. Are you someone worth hiring? I want to go home and be with my cute stuffed animal friends. What I wouldn't give for to complete my kitty cat collection. Hand over kitty cat red. Damn it. Okay, I need to go get a kitty cat red from an arcade then. Damn it. Where is the arcade? That's an arcade. To the arcade! And possibly to a, at some point around the area there will be nearby a... Aha! A Popo. Perfect. Yeah, our plot armor is not currently strong enough to properly progress plot. Yeah, if I don't get a cat, if I don't get a cat as a option to call for pound mates, once I collect all the cats, I'm going to be awfully disappointed. Oh, do love a good tiny skeezy arcade. You have 0 cats. Change the prizes. Wow, Judrit, if I ever end up seeming like I am actually considering a cat IRL, please call the not the God no, never call the police. Call the the ambulance, because I might be having a bit of a mental issue. Club Sega Chinatown, that'll have it. But first, the Popo, and then the never the Quest Nipple. The Quest Nipple will murder us right now. Yeah, we might have to go to the Soten Bar for the cats there, Skylar. Unless that is a subtle hint that I should go to Sotenbori for the cats. Yeah, game loves cats. Who knew? Yeah, I don't actually make homemade sushi. Namely, it's because the amount of fish I would need to buy would need to be frozen, and it would need to be sushi grade. And, you know, then you've got just a big old block of tuna, and I don't want to eat just nothing but tuna all night. That said, tuna is my favorite sushi, so, hey, we can donate at least, we might even be able to get our... No, this is me, we have 0 money in the bank. What you know about that? Let's put a bunch of money in the bank so we don't run out of money. Perfect. Yeah, Chinatown is, I mean, if we're taking a taxi, it's the exactly the same amount of time, but I'm keen to hit up Chinatown first. Let's go to the arcade. Anyhow, there are certain types of, if you've got a large group of friends, yeah, doing home sushi is definitely worth doing the effort, and it's a little bit more fun because you get to all have fun putting together the sushi rice and the ingredients for the fish and the non-fish ingredients as well, like the tamago yaki, and of course the maybe get some gobo roots. Makes a big futomaki. One of the first things I did with my cohort of new English teachers when I went to Japan was actually host a sushi party, now that I think about it. Because when I was in 4-H, I had taken the effort to learn how to make sushi rice, cutting it with vinegar and mirin and cooling it down as you do so. And so I'd gotten pretty confident being able to do that, and so I sharpened a knife up on the back of a cup because it was the only knife that we had available. None of us knew where to buy knives in God, where were we at the time? It wasn't Yokohama, it was... Why can't I remember the name of the place? It's the armpit of Japan where Toyota's factories work, and... dang it! Okay, if I remember, I will, but... Yeah. broke out the, got some tuna from a store and, made sushi.
横に移動します。
But definitely not, not worth doing it for 1 or 2 people. That's too far! I did this wrong.
移動します。
Well, let's ruin this cat.
うまく狙えましたか？自動で動きます。
Okay, now it's in a good position. Drowson3 subscribed for 5 months, saying, is it weird that I don't care for raw fish on rice
横に移動します。
or as sashimi, but I love it as rolls? Not at all. Not at all. I mean, that's...
よく狙ってください。どこを狙うかが
I think it's great that you've been able to come to that sort of a decision through trial and error and, most importantly, trying things.
自動で動きます。
But honestly, rolls are fine. Rolls are great. While the wacky rolls that that rule North American sushi have not been are not what one would consider quote unquote traditional Japanese food. They have indeed been
うまく狙えましたか？
quite widely adopted by the Japanese
自動
populace
で動
as
きます。
good sushi.
おめでとうございます。
And quite frankly, I think simply based on the
次に進みます。よく狙ってください。
Japanese attitude of taking things from other countries and putting their own particular spin on them,
うまく狙えま
there's
したか？
something delightfully ironic and almost touching about adapting Japanese cuisines to local tastes and, one dare might say Japanese, about adapting local tastes and ingredients to Japanese-style recipes.
よく狙ってください。どこを狙うかが移動します。
Can you tell this is something I've thought about?
うまく狙えましたか？自動で動きます。
Ooh, there's a part-time hero fetch quest that involves some monkey ball plushies. That's kind of good.
横に移動します。
We can absolutely
よく狙ってください。
nail this. We just need to
次はどこを狙いますか？移動します。
hit the neck in the right way.
うまく狙えましたか？自動で動きます。 次に進みます。
No, this kid was not being cooperative, but you know what? We picked up a lot of money on the ground on the way here. I'm feeling
移動
spendy.
します。うまく狙えましたか？
Now watch me get distracted when we leave here and completely forget where we're supposed to
自動
take
で
this.
動きます。
I'm wondering if it might be worth the reset right now. Oh, we got 2 turns left. Let's keep
よく
going
狙
for
っ
it.
てください。どこを狙うかが
Again, I'm pretty
移動し
sure I
ます。
expressed it, but God, I hope this is the right cat.
うまく狙えましたか？自動で動きます。
Oh, you monster cat! Yeah, Lurkus Brun, you are correct. This is a, I mean, not this exact instance, but
よく狙ってください。
yeah, the UFO catchers in this
次は
game
どこを狙
are
いますか？
generally a way of making you feel good about your UFO catching performance.
うまく狙えましたか？
Okay.
自動で動きます。
Oh, it's not going down as far as I think it does. Okay, those hooks are large. Okay, you know what? Let's have the man reset the prizes for us. Oh, my apologies. Well, the Club Sega employee reset the prizes for us. Which is a thing you can do. Gib. Alright, let's try this again. Okay. Let's see if we can grip the head securely. Yes! The perfect neck grasp! Oh, finally! Huh, he's... Let me restart TiltyBot there. That should have worked. Boop, boop, boop. Giving it a reboot there, so let you know when it's back up here. TiltyBot says that it's ready. Go ahead and give that a try. Oh, thank you for those bits, Worker Spine and Jack Slack. It's a celebratory moment of cat acquisition. Maybe it was that I just needed to get into a different position myself for the grip. Oh, yeah, no, that is big hacks. Wait, this is the appropriate way to pick up cats, right? Like by the scruff of their, by the bottom of their neck. Oh wow, those are some pretty good plushies. TBH. Yo, 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 yo. Oh, okay, we're gonna get this. We're gonna clean this machine out, folks. Let's do it. Oh! Okay, we got the one we came for, and while we are here, I am absolutely going to play an arcade game, because why wouldn't... Oh, it's been a long time since I played Space Harrier, so that's what we're going to do. Trust me, I don't need to hang on right now. All right. Yeah, let's enjoy our time with our discount Dom and our big ol' Cyclops elephant? No, that's not an elephant. That is a mastodon. No, mammoth. That's the word. Push start
Welcome
button.
to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
Ah! Wait. I forgot that in this game, controls are inverted.
Get ready.
Why would anyone stop pirating this game? To hear the music. Yay, I've killed a dragon. Now we are in the Giza. Watch out for those Easter Island heads. Giza's lousy with them. Oh god, Columns, which is also a different game. Oh boy. Heal. Oh. Take that. Oh!
Get ready. You're doing great.
Ah! You're not doing so great. Not bad. That is farther than I've ever been in this game. Nice work, Fantasy Zone. Quit. Yep. There we go. Yeah, it's just a good... I enjoy hearing that track a little bit too much. All right, where... Right, back to the lady who was down here, I want to say. Yes, they were. Let's take a takushi cab. Takushi this way. Nope, but I didn't get my golden plate, and that's what matters. Let me in! There we go. No, wait, it was down here. Yeah. Right, that's the new person that's down there. Right, I went too far and too deep. Let's go down this street, because we rarely do. Oh, hey!
あれはどうした？そこのローズブロッサムって結構有名なキャバクラなんだよ。こんなとこにあったのか。へえ、最近こういう店行けてなかったし、キャバクラに飢えてたんだよな。
私キャバクラのママなんですけど。
それはそれ、これはこれだ。大地お前ずっと素じゃねえか。
なんであんたら相手にビジネスモードにならなきゃいけないの？
Wow.
まあまあ、さっちゃんのビジネスモードも見てみたい気がするが、それはそれとして、後でこの店みんなで行ってみるか。
本当か？自慢じゃねえが金ならないぞ。
誘っておいて払わせるなんて野暮なことはしねえよ。
よっしゃー！春日が神に見えるぜ。
私は行かないわよ。
Well, can't go any further that way.
キャバクラにいるつもりないし、うちの店抜けたことがいたら気まずいし。
Good
どっかで時
God.
間潰してるから、私に構わず。行くときは男たちで楽しんでらっしゃいな。
そうか？気使ってくれてありがとよ。
楽しみだな。どんな子いるかな。
ぶれねえな、足立さん。
Wow. Adachi. Oh, thank you so much to Skylar Ringdale for giving a gift to Hexy Lexi of a sub there. And as well, thank you to Corflux for dropping some bits on us as well. Right, where was I going? Right here. Okay, we're just gonna beat some people up for some Imperial Lead and a Nodachi. And 150 bucks. Which means I need to remember where that person is that I want to deal with. Let's just well done these boys. For big value. And you know what? Just hit him. You too. Free hits! Oh. Yeah, just hit him. No cola ship coming in with the 4-month resub. Thank you for. The hell? Thank you, no cola ship, for that that resubscription and your continued support. Woo! And I attack with 3. All right, there we go. I mean, Rock Pusher, at least you got the domain itself. I have unfortunately received an influx of phone calls and emails thanks to my hasty purchase of gooddandy.com. Oh, you know what? We should go to a theater while we're here. Yeah, we got time. But first, wait, who needed that? It was down one of these alleys, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, let's go to the theater, and then when we come back out of that, we will deal with the cat delivery, right? Right. You, sir, look like you have a... Okay, so first, movies for us, side story, then cat delivery. Lounge Eater, Mastodon continues to exist, and I think, hopefully, I mean, as long as people don't take down the servers, it will continue to exist for a long time. It just, it never got the public attention that Twitter got, which is, in a way, a good thing. Oh, you're back for more. Well, I'm certainly glad you came. Have more Grandma's cookies. Stop by again, won't you? Yes. Seagull Cinema. Who are we going to see it with? Have we seen anything, Michelle? I don't think we have. Does it matter? Yeah, Hooligan romance. I mean, it's... I'm leaving it open because I can get very... I can make these decisions extremely quickly. But sometimes I miss things. You done? You know what? I think that was the only one we haven't done. So let's... Where he came out. He's a homie. And it's 48 something. Let's watch the film. By which I mean let's play the game.
Samurai.
48 Samurai.
食料や金を狙おうとする山賊から一致団結して村を守ろうではないか。おお、一郎、お前は特に頼りにしているぞ。次郎、お前の頭脳を生かしてくれ。三郎、お前はその名刀で戦ってくれ。
I love that they're all exactly the same. Action movie. Well, let's start the game, because it is a game. All right. This time, do not bang the chickens. Eh? No, my chicken! No
今の
chicken!
はきつかったな。
Oh god, yeah, Weeb Dispensary is a good pull, Dark Morford.
22郎、くそ、目を覚ましてくれ。35郎、早く手当てをしてやってくれ。47郎、
Toot stuff today is really good too, Rockbusher. It's all black and white, so I can't tell these guys apart. The hell's going on?
やっぱ映画館って眠くなるわ。
Yeah. I would have been much happier with Catherine if it was this game.
面白かったな。
Meh.
最後まで起きてられたぜ。
この戦いで失ったものは大きい。次郎、5郎、18郎、23郎、35郎、37郎、
Ah!
48郎。俺たちはあいつらの魂が眠るこの村で生きていく。見ていてくれ。お前たちの分まで俺は生きてやるぞ。
Just all numbers. Yeah, the ending was pretty good, but everything else is confusing. What with all the different characters who were named. by numbers.
面白かったな。
Ah, good stuff. S rank, love it. That was good stuff. I keep forgetting how much I love this.
まずまずだね。
It was one was all right. Seeing a movie on the big screen's a whole different ball game.
おう
Glad you enjoyed it, but you know, there's a bunch more to see, so let's check out another one sometime soon.
ありがとね。
Anyway, I'm interested in seeing what else you recommend. Oh, we had a good time. We should do this again. All right, and that I also realized need to thank No Coolship for that 4 months of resubscription just 9 minutes ago.
好調だ。
Thank you so much. All right, well, you know what? We are a minute off of the top of the hour, which means this seems like a good time for us to take a short break before we get into whatever side story is about to present itself to us just outside the store. Folks, stretch your legs, swap your fluids. Remember that there is a possible domestic violence. Well, not possible. There is domestic violence warning for this next sub-story, so keep in mind. But we're going to get up, take a break, and we'll be back with more Yakuza in just a few minutes. Do not go away. folks, we are back with more Yakuza Like a Dragon here on the Tilty House channel of Twitch.tv. We're just about to jump into a brand new sub-story here, so that's going to be an exciting thing. We'll give us a couple of seconds here to, you know what, let's find ourselves a quick restaurant. I mean, it is Restaurant Row, and we'll have a quick bite to eat while we, before we dive right into the sub-story. This looks like a great place to eat, folks. And that's no joke. This is I love, oh my god, these are my favorite kind of restaurants, except for the boxes underneath the counter. I want to eat at the counter. That's where I want to eat. What you got? Oh, yes. I want to see what's on the menu here. We got, kinitama. Which is an omelet with crab and vegetables topped with a thick sauce. Ooh, that sounds good. Stir-fried greens. I mean, who can go along with some lobak and, fried rice. Love a Japanese produced fried rice with love a mixed fried rice. Love a mixed noodles. Oh, got to have a good ramen today out on the sidewalk, and it was so good. So good. Did my mic just fart again? Weird. Okay. Let's hope that nothing else happens. Let me know, again, whenever this sort of stuff happens. Oh, it might just be, yeah, it might just be that I'm getting close enough to brush against it. We'll see. We will continue to see. Where we're at here. Pork pepper steak, also good. Shumai. The orthodox meat shumai made of ground meat with a flour wrapper and steamed. None of this deviant shrimp shumai here. I mean, I do enjoy a good shrimp shumai as well. Let's see here. Haga. Well, there's the shrimp wrapped in it. You know what? I want that, and I want that because I want those right now. For real. What do we got for desserts here? We got almond jelly. Very good. Mango pudding, yep. This place certainly seems like a certain type of place. We won't get drunk here. Premium malts, ooh, wine, simple rice and well, we won't be having that now, shall we? I think we got what we need. Let's order up. Order up. Yes.
いただきます。ここのエビ餃子うまいな。さすがハンピンリューマンのお膝元。
ああ、横浜の中でもかなりうまい方
Oh
だぞ。
wow.
ありがとう、嬉しいよ。
おっと、もうなくなっちまった。
じゃあ春日君にクイズを出すからそれに正
What?
解したらエビ餃子を一つプレゼントしちゃおうかな。
An ebi gyoza.
お、マジか。よっしゃ、当ててやるぜ。
So Hargo.
次の中で天心と言われるものはどれでしょうか。
I got this. Shumai, 100%.
当たりだよ。
God, I was worried for a second. No, he's locked to
やっ
us.
たぜ。
おい、蝶よ。意地悪な問題出してやるんだよな。
どういうこった？
ごめん、実はね、今の問題全部正解なんだ。
What?
天津っていうのは一般的に主菜やスープ以外の料理のことを指すんだよ。
What?
てわけで肉まんや春巻き、スイーツまでも天津なのさ。
なんだよ。騙されたぜ。
Well, now I've learned something
勉
today.
強になったからいいけどよ。
ごめん。はい、エビ餃子どうぞ。
ごちそうさまでした。ありがとうございました。
That was a cool little side story in and of itself. Oh yeah, the only places I've been eating, I have been just looking at the conversation here regarding Toronto. Still very much another place to feel comfortable eating on a patio. Yeah, sorry. When I say patio, I mean a plastic table against the curb of the sidewalk on a very non-busy street. So, yeah. I am comfortable outdoors with the level of people that there currently are on the streets. If there was some more than that, different story entirely. But yeah. Minimize risk. Keep yourself safe to your own personal level of safety, because your mental health is part of all of your health. Yeah, no, let's roll that back here. I'm going to say it in a much more pithy way. Mental health is health. Yeah, Sarah, Victoria's doing better, but I would not say that Victoria is doing good. I would say no one is doing good right now. Let's do an story, shall we?
She's late. I hope she's all right.
I'm not she.
Huh?
Huh? Roy, doesn't he have that date today? After our meeting around noon. Oh, right! This is the soup boy. Our way too forward soup boy.
Yo,
Kuroi, so today's the big date, huh? Where is she?
oh, Kasuga-san, what a coincidence. Actually, Shirakawa-san hasn't shown up yet. It's been 5 hours.
マジか。
You've been here for 5 hours? You don't think you might have been stood up? Also, we couldn't kern this so that we don't have an orphan for up, because that's really annoying.
No, we couldn't. And Shirakawa-san would never do that. I'm sure something happened.
I'm so sorry I'm late, Kuroi-san. Wait, what?
Shirakawa-san.
Who's that with her? You were the one who's trying to rope away my Kiyoe? No, it's not like that. It's just... I didn't speak in your direction. I think you just put your hands on another man's woman. I had a feeling something like this was up when she wanted to break up all of a sudden, but as you can see, I have some issues. To think you were being played by this joker. Wait, wow, this is not great. Huh.
So you gave her those...
Yep, we're not. Yep, let's fix this right away, or rather, by fix I mean just beat them up. Let's get this one through with. Ah. Wow, gonna kill you right here and now. Yeah, this is just not great on many different levels. Ah, yes, we are the secret weapon. I see, yes. And this man is not going to be, this man's not going to be around for much longer. Yeah, you can tell, exactly right, sir. You can tell good and interesting and progressive stories around this.
大丈夫ですか？
This is not one of
ごめんな
those.
さい。私のせいで皆さんを危険な目に遭わせてしまって。本当はもうあの人への愛なんてなかったのに、暴力が怖くてその事実から目を背けて、でも一生懸命変わろうとしてる黒井さんを見て、私も変わらなきゃって思ったんです。なのにこんな迷惑かけちゃって。
白川さんのせいなんかじゃないよ。
Wow, this could have been a much different story.
私は大丈夫です。慣れてますから。
ごめん。もっと早くに気づいてあげられなくて。今回改めて分かりました。僕まだまだ一人じゃ何もできないんだなって。だからこそ白川さんに聞いてほしいことがあるんです。
私に？
僕はまだ中途半端な男で、君を守れるような立派な男じゃありません。
I'm really distracted by the weird flowers right now.
変わります。ダメなやつだって諦めてばかりの人生だったけど、もう自分を諦めない。絶対に変わってみせます。ちゃんと仕事について一人前の男になって、君にふさわしい男になって、必ず幸せにしてみせます。だからそれまでの間、僕を待っていてもらえませんか？ごめん、虫が良すぎるよね。僕なんかと違って君には未来があるのに。
その未来には黒井さんと一緒にいる。なんだかそんな気がします。
Yeah, sir, that gets me as well. It's such a weird parallel when Ichi's story is right there as well.
また映画誘ってくださいね。
はい、絶対に誘います。絶対に。
あいつらの未来明るくなりそうだな。頑張れよ。
Like, and again, this could have been a different story about, yeah, yes, it does take work to pull yourself out of poverty, but with the power, with the help of others and real connections to others, that is what we want. This is what we play for. Story was bad, but the present is good. Ends justifying means. Let's not think about that. All right, let's have a look at our limit de pound. And who do we? Oh wow, new page. First time is free. Broth of Benevolence. Thankfully, this kind lady's in the business of dishing out not punishment, but pork soup for hearty nourishing concoction restores. Yes, yes, give to me more MP. Yeah, so. Never got Watase from the mascot guy. Well, I don't know if that's available right now. We can head in that direction. We're in the relative area. Why not? Go check it out. I think. I don't think we actually have a real direction here yet. Yeah, with regard to that whole series of sub-stories, my main thought on that is, boy, it's going to be nice when the entire Ryuga Gotoku team is on the same page with regards to progressiveness in their side stories. You got a mysterious leaf, and no, and a garlic. Garlic, good. Garlic is what we need to make delicious boxes from our bartender. was... Oh, wow, this is farther than I thought. Camulop, that's the person we need to speak with. Still flashing green. Still good. We can still survive. Hex, you know we didn't... The thing that happened! We forgot to deliver the cat. Alright, well, we're now on our way here. And I don't remember where the cat was, so I think it was down in the bottom corner of the map? Ish. So we'll go do that after we're there. Cat Lady was in the red light district. Thank you, NM0. Red light district near the central edge of the map. That makes sense. Oh yeah, Jack, it's almost too much in how good it is. Hey! Oh no.
一番のそういうとこすごいよね。物おじしないっていうか、その性格はキャバ嬢に向いてるよ。
おう。なら最後の店で雇ってやればいいじゃん。
Okay, that's safer.
バリバリ働くぜ。
ありがとう。でも悪いわ。気持ちだけ受け取っておくわね。
え？おう、そうか。
やんわり断られたな。
Quick, good. Yeah, sometimes titles trip me off as to whether or not I should be worried. Hello, Camlup. Who do we got here? Poundmate privileges with Masaru Watase. We have 51. Let's use it. Let's use it. Boom. Done. Now we have a poundmate. A good poundmate. Okay, let me have a look at the map, see if we can figure out where that was. Probably here. So red light district's down in this area. So I'm guessing it was probably somewhere around here-ish. East Central Street. So let's just let's drop a marker and let's hit up a Takushi on the other side of the street here. Where are we gonna go?
それでは出発いたします。
Yeah, more hits than misses. Good. But never stop holding feet to the fire. I just want to go home and animals. I was about to go into Bullwinkle voice there, and I'm just going to do it now for my own edification. I heard you like stuffed animals. You're welcome to this one if you like. Oh, really? A red kitty cat? This is the one I wanted. Now I have the whole kitty cat family. Oh, thanks. I'd like to properly thank you for this, but I'm not really sure how. Well, is there any chance you'd like to apply at my company? I might have something for you. Company? Sure thing. I'm Monica-chan. I can show you a thing or two about pleasing people. Okay. You can definitely apply. I'm afraid, judging by your border color, we will not be accepting your application. However, we appreciate and we'll keep your resume on file. want to completely echo Sarah's feelings in the chat about the about Yakuza and its take on homelessness and sex workers while not being flawless is better than any game, than most games out there in the mainstream. I just like to add, quite frankly, the fact that it's even addressing them in any manner that is considered charitable is amazing. Again, baby steps, as Dark Morford put it. Where are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? Why are we even here? What's up? You know what? I'm gonna take us through a bit of a fighty fight down in Osaka. Because, let's just see how far we can go. Because we'll never know how, unless we do go, how far we'll go. But we also need to get super drunk and deliver on that promise. So let's do the same thing. Yeah, especially pressing 3 games back is nice. 7 to 6, 6 to 0, 0 to 1, 5. What is that anime over there that I'm now seeing the billboard for the first time? Or maybe a website. I don't know, but I'm curious. I would like to know more. Hello?
How exactly does one master the art? Well, maybe if I tried something new, I could make some sort of a breakthrough.
Recruit? Well, if you're looking to start something new, you can always apply for a job in my company.
Ooh. Oh, yes, you'd make a great model. I feel a great deal of passion and confidence from you. Reminds me of that man who modeled for me way back when. Very well. I will work alongside you. Perhaps a verb in you will help me make that big artistic breakthrough I've been longing for.
Yes, super. No! No! Stop at rare! Just, please, stop at rare already. Let's jump in the river.
野球やサッカーで勝ったりするとテンションが上がってドボーンといっちまうやつがいるんだ。飛び込んだ後は救急車とか呼ばれて結構大変らしいぜ。
勇気というより無謀ね。
テンションが上がって川へ飛び病院へ搬送される。全くわかりません。
まああんたとは真逆の人間も世の中にはいるってこったな。
I mean, I think the only reason they're not talking about the fact that the Osakan residents did steal Colonel Sanders from a local KFC and did throw him into the river. That's a bit, really use a reminder, I think is what I'm saying. I think I loved the hostess minigame in Yakuza 0 way more than anyone should. Oh, hello! We're gonna need those because I spent most of them on a dude. Oh, right, we need to find a bar with which to fill ourselves up with liquor. Hey, congratulations, Dark Morford, on getting a GPU. That is I mean, these days that calls for as much celebration as someone getting pregnant. Congratulations. Hey, did I pick up the things? Yes, I did. Where's a drink? Aha! Wild Jackson. That'll do. Shots on the side. Well, no, not here. It's in Kamurocho, I guess. Select from the menu. Ooh, no! Wild Jackson, you failed me for the last time. You're not a boozatorium at all. Okay, where's a good place to get drunk? Not on this side of the street, it seems. Yeah, you know what? Let's go to the... Yes, let's go to the Dharma place. And then let's go to a Papo and just buy a bunch of bottles, too, just in case. And put all our money in the hole, too. Oh, yes, no, scrolling back there, yes. Sarah, yeah, no, probably, I stand by my statement that it is not easy to get, for one to get pregnant. Why? We should go to a drugstore where they have bigger bottles of liquor. I'm assuming they have bigger bottles of liquor. Yep. Drugs. And it is incredibly hard to get a graphics card. I think the joke is more, aimed at how difficult it is to get a graphics card right now. Oh, good, good, good. I appreciate the teasing. Also appreciate that I'll take any chance I have to explain my jokes, because I have had many years of experience of realizing that sometimes I do need to explain my jokes. All right. Let's see here. Toughness. Wow, do they not have the big bottles of sake here? Okay, well let's at least just go into the drink tank. Okay, this is gonna be here. We get to listen to no! Kushiage, you failed me for the last time! Okay, well, let's try the Papo on the other end of town. Maybe it's not sold out of giant sake bottles, which is not something that they generally are sold out of, I have found in my time going to convenience stores. That said, if it's festival time, that could possibly explain why they might be out of giant sake bottles. And we are coming into moon viewing season. But in that case, I guess we're just going to McDonald's to get some moon viewing burgers with those delicious, delicious egg patties. Yes, Sarah, we didn't check how much we had in savings. The answer was 0 until I put 6 million in there. So now we're going to put the rest of it in there. Yeah, I've noticed Papos do have different, Huh. I mean, they've got Sega Taiyaki, which is great. Aha! Bottle of sake. Tens of your bottles of sakes, tens of your bottles of the premium malts as chasers. We are going to have a bad time. Ooh, kind of want to have corned beef hash this weekend now. for breakfast, but I think we're going to be doing, what do you call those things? No, that's wrapping the sandwich. BLTs, yes, bacon, lettuce, tomato. I am, quite frankly, just looking at all the talk of, given the talk about graphics cards in the chat here, I'm quite happy that we're, that the 1070 we bought a long time ago, back in Edmonton, is still useful and still working out for us. I think we got that for Corey to do VR development at the time. So, necessary for work. That's always the best justification for a hardware purpose. Purchase. Cool. Going from a 970 to a 3070, I think you're going to have a pleasant jump in performance. The fight's on the other side of the street, isn't it? No, it's not. I just went by. That's... Right. Nope, other side of the street. Extremely other side of the street. Well, Hollow, if you're to add to your sales pitch, if you've been pleased with the graphical performance of the Tilty House streams with regards to the rendering, not with regards to anything else graphical, consider purchasing a graphics card from a Twitch chat. Yes! Finally knocked one of those suckers down. What's up here? I haven't been up here in a while. I cannot be more up here than I currently am. Curses. Wait, that's right, because there's an office here that we went to. It has, it had a safe inside, but now I'm just gonna take someone's lunch. Did not expect to actually take someone's lunch, but, I guess the odds were pretty good. You know, Ginger, the whole tax deduction business expense implies that one is making enough in tax that a tax write-off like that will then become profitable. Something I don't think I noticed myself here. All right, Yappy, let's grind ourselves. Wait, yes, we can do it inside. We can get drunk inside. Let's go from the 5th floor. I think actually gets us some of the metal we want. Wait, we do need to prepare. Okay, this one is win within 10 turns. Get ready first. Here we go. Let's see here. Items. Recovery items. Apple defense. An apple defense a day keeps the apples away, I guess. Up we go into the wild blue yonder. I did bottle sake. There we go. Wait a minute. They can't use it if they're not... Oh, no! Do I have to go out and find a bar to drink it? Is that what it is? All right, well, I mean, I promised drunken battle. And by God, I'm going to do drunken battle. Use it between fights? Well, okay. I just like to find a place where I can have a drink. Because I can force people to eat at a place, right? Smile Burger's definitely not going to have it. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be a place that's going to be good for that right now here. These are all fancy sushi places. Oh wait, the ramen place will probably have beer. If there's a ramen place and it doesn't have beer, then either A, they didn't want to put alcohol on the menus in these games for some reason. B, we are currently living inside No More Heroes Desperate Struggle, not Desperate Struggle, Travis Strikes Back, which every ramen joint doesn't have a beer and therefore he rates them very low. Or C, third thing. The answer is third thing. Like one of the shot bar. Okay, I can't go to this shot bar Stigil, but I can get a chicken bento on the ground. Which was a bit of a surprise. Not gonna lie. Yukaku, what do you got for me? Booze my kaku goo. No, just you. Exit the restaurant. Okay. Blowfish. No! How does it know? A chuhai? Yeah, like a chuhai or an oolong hai, I think was one of them. Gyoza? Come on. Wow. Oh, wait, what? No, that's the sesame dumplings. Okay. How about the sushi man? No! I don't believe this. This is no Osaka. No Osaka. Wait, what is flashing back? No, okay, good. Just ramen is flashing. Reminding me that ramen exists, which I don't need reminding of. I'm reminded handily every time I feel a little bit hungry. Okay. We sell crab, and that's all. Would you like to drink something? I hope it's crab. Mile burger? Like, seriously? I'm a bit agog. There's a highball tavern. Let's just actually even have a look at the location list. We got yeah, Kamurocho. Well, you know what? Let's F it, let's Kamurocho and oh, you know what? I know where we can get drunk. Wait, can we get drunk at our own bar? God, I have not spent this much time thinking about how I can get drunk since university. Jack Slack's still the bar existed as a sign, but it was not a place we could go. Okay, you know what? Izakaya Road. Izakaya's by definition, are places where you should be able to get liquor. Okay, so we'll start with the wet kitchen. I don't think... Right, find the door. That's the door. You look like you're a bunch of... What do you got? Fresh milk. Well, do we want to get drunk on milk? I don't know how much we look like a particular batch of droogs, but I'm gonna say the milk bar is probably not what's gonna get us what we need. Nope, not down there. That's the hole. Okay. So I've talked enough about Yorotech being my place when I was living there, where we would go often because they would have the all-you-can-drink special for $20 for... $30 for an hour? $30 for an hour. Please. Please. Please, draft beer medium. Okay, oolong tea. Yeah, we're here for the hour, friends. Wait, not the oolong tea. But the bakuhai. What are we drinking? Let's find out what we're drinking. So we're having a draft beer medium cold pint from the tap with a creamy head and crisp taste. Plus a lemon sour, a mixed drink with a refreshing citrus twist that cleanses the palate nicely between snacks. It's gotta be the shirt? Okay. Lean back. I'm beginning... Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Wait. I think... No? Oh, hell. Yeah, there's a loose... Damn it, there's a loose wire in the end of this microphone. And that sucks, because he's... All right, well, we'll need to deal with that in future somehow. That said, at least now we know where it is. What type of connector? It's a TRRS, Drison. It's XLR via TRRS for a Sennheiser mic pack. Yeah, them are not cheap. However, thankfully, it's right at the end of the connector, it seems, where it's an issue, so we can chop it off, pop on a new connector, probably fine. Or it's probably TRS rather than TRRS because it is XLR 4 connector or 3 connectors. So we'll be fine. TTSF time? Maybe, Iris. Maybe. That said, those connectors are pretty small, so I might look into giving that to someone else to get. Yoho Grape Sour. Drink with an exquisite balance between tangy undertones and refreshing grape sweetness. These are great. So Japan loves giving you a mug of, it's 3.5, yes, 3.5 millimeter, not 2.5. 2.5 would suck, but 3.5 is pretty good. Anyway, as I was saying, these are great because they'll give you a mug with some fizzy water, some shochu, and some ice, and then just a citrus fruit. You can generally get like oranges, grapefruits, lemons, whatever sort of citrus you want. Grind it up and then just pour that in for a delicious, fresh drink. Bakuhai, beer and whiskey, because you're not getting drunk fast enough, apparently. It's a much-loved Yoro no Taki original cocktail. I never had one. That blends whiskey and beer. Finally, the Gyokuro green tea shochu, cocktail made with refined tea and liquor. Its smooth taste pairs well with any food. Cassius Oolong is a standby mix of Cassius liquor and oolong tea. And finally, the Kaku Highball. This sweet-smelling highball has become a classic. Ice-cold soda gives it a real zing. Do it!
いただきます。
Yeah, I've done 3.5 millimeters before. Wow, and they're I've yet to find a good supplier of one of the ones that I like on the end. And also these ones have a nice little screw down point, which is interesting. So it might be worth seeing if I, ooh, here we go. Yep. Might be worth seeing if I can head to, or send it back to Sennheiser for a fix there. Man, we're definitely running fine for a bunch of crunkios. You know what? Let's just go back and recrunk ourselves just for the sake of making sure it takes. And then we'll take a taxi home because we're responsible. Getting cables and making pigtails is often easier. Dresses, yes, that is generally correct. I would agree. I don't like making pigtails myself, but this one is right down at the edge, so we've got we've got a lot of cable to work with, so I have choices and options and a lot of slack to deal with. Here we go. And I don't have enough money. Well then, we'll have the one drink.
いただきます。
Yeah, so the five of us would like to get a table, and we will split one beer. Single beer, please. Can you bring extra glasses? There we go. Now Casca feels drunk. All right, let's smartphone our. We have not enough money to go to the place. Where is the nearest Popo? It's like, I'll just take a taxi. I can't even take the taxi to the Popo. I have hecked up so hard.
さっちゃんいい服着てんじゃねえか。それじゃダメなのかよ。
俺も気に入ってるけど、新しい服着て気分転換したいのよ。なんちゃんだってそう思わない？
まあ気持ちはわかる。俺も気分転換したいときは新しい段ボールを拾ってきて家を建て直すしな。
ああ、そういうことか。
Pretty
そういう
refreshing.
ことだけど、そういうことじゃない。
I mean, we have to help the old lady across the street, right? Right? I've not looked at Nutrix catalog yet, though. I will give them a check, because that's,
まさかまだ渡れていなかったとは。
渡りたい。渡れない。
ばあさん、まだ信号で苦戦してたんだな。
おお、兄ちゃんか。そうなんよ。いいところまでは行くんじゃが、もう少しのところで信号が点滅し始めてな。はあ、私が JK だった頃は陸上大会でいつも1位でな。伊達天梅ちゃんなんて呼ばれとったのに。
back during her JK days.
今じゃ信号もろくに渡れん老いぼれになってしもた。もう一度でいいから早く走ってみたいの。
ばあさん、若い頃走りに自信があったから余計に自分の足で進むことにこだわってたんだな。あの伝説のキムチで道が開けた連中もいた。信号が変わるタイミングでこのばあさんにもキムチを食べさせてみようか。
Yes. Give it up to the kimchi. I keep forgetting we have this.
信号が青になるタイミングでこれを食ってみてくれ。
あなんじゃこれ。キムチじゃないか。
なあ、ちょっとばかし刺激が強いが、これを食えばあの頃みてえに早く走れるかもしれね
正直言っている意味がまるでわからんし、他の男に言われたら断るところじゃが。あんたはずっと私を気にかけてくれているし、まっすぐな目をしとる。きっと何かあるんじゃろ。信じるぞ。
Here we go.
兄ちゃん。
え。お
Yes.
ばあさん、渡れたじゃねえか。
Ah.
やったな、ばあさん。
いや辛いやら嬉しいやらで涙が止まらんよ。
Oh my
でも
god.
あの頃に戻ったみたいだった。それもこれもキムチと兄ちゃんの
That's
おかげじゃ。
beautiful.
しかしあのキムチは本当に辛いの。走りながら昇天するところじゃったわ。
おお、無事で何よりだ。
それになんだかポカポカするし体も軽い。前よりも早く歩ける気がするの。あのキムチはどこで売ってるんじゃ。
なあ、桜小路にキムチ売りのじいさんがいるんだよ。そこで買えるぜ。
そうなんか。こりゃ町内会のみんなにも教えてやらな。
激辛キムチの食いすぎで死なないでくれよ。
わかっとるわかっとる。
The
それじゃ
steam.
あの兄ちゃん。
ばあさんも喜んでくれたし、まあよかったな。
I also feel good
一
that I
応
was.
キムチ売りのじいさんにもみんなが喜んでたことを伝えておくか。
It felt good that I think I was able to actually understand most of what Granny was saying just off audio, which is real nice. Okay, good. We're still drunk, but we're coming up on the coming to a time of a break. Let's get ourselves towards the Terra. By the Terra, I mean the. I for a second thought we were in Osaka. I was wrong. That was a long time ago. Whew. We'd at least run our way to the Popo and draw out some funds before they close. Yes, I have definitely been in the state where I've been running towards a ATM before the ATM closed. Because ATMs close. Never forget. Withdraw the money. I'll take 100,000 yen. 100,000 yen. That's enough. 100,000 yen. All right. Let's take ourselves back to the OSAC, and then we'll work from there. Yes, Senator, I think we're definitely going to have the next step of that particular story. We'll be talking to the kimchi vendor. We'll have to do that. To Spoken Bori. Oh, missing out too as well on those 1,000 bits from Jack Slack. Thank you so much for that. That's gonna take us up to the top of the hour. So we're gonna hit the pause button here, and we'll be back with some major drunk fights in just a few minutes with more Yakuza Like a Dragon. Don't go away. Get up, stretch your legs, swap your fluids. That's what we're doing. That's what you should do too. Hey. 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 folks, we are back with more Yakuza Like a Dragon. I managed to remember, sorry about the extra time there, not too bad, but, excuse me. We had a chance to get our dinner orders in, so tonight's burger time, glad to get it, almost forgot to. Looking at there, 3 pumpkin ales, says Mr. Yager. Good God, it's pumpkin ale time, isn't it? I need to go looking to those for the weekend maybe here. Loud It's taking a break for Scotch. Glenfiddich 14-year bourbon bale is one of my favorites. Those are is a good Scotch. And Jack Slack's got the customary Yakuza steam buns. Well, good. You got buns for your buns for your fight, which is about to occur. Grind our way up as far as we can go in this here grindhouse. Right, I keep forgetting that that's the wrong side of the tracks. Other side of the... Yeah, there we go. Down we go. Okay, Yappy, let's get it on! Oh, and thank you to Not Kane nor Abel. There's 17 months of a subscription. Not making a peep in terms of their sub. My favorite kind of sub. Actually, wait, no. I prefer when you make a joke, because I have to make a joke if you don't make a joke. This counts as the joke. The end. Thank you so much, Not Kane nor Abel, for being part of this ridiculous community. No one has to make a joke. Perfect. Yeah, that's sorry, that's right. That applies to me as well. What? No! Well, this is gonna go poorly for us, I'm sure. Psycho, don't do that. We've all had very bad days. Oh no. Oh, these gentlemen require a bit more persuasion. I see. Wow! Sarah coming in with 44 months of subscription saying, don't tell people how to share their subs, Ian. You're right. As a streamer, I should absolutely not be sub-shaming anyone. Which is not to say shaming their subs as something you do or do not. You are all valuable here. I won't shame anyone's sub messages, but I will possibly judge violently if need be. And yes, I absolutely appreciate the teasing aspect of that, Sarah. That's called having a rapport. Which I hope you feel the same about on that respect. Boy, do I love working with you. No! Don't hit Adachi! Yeah, we're not getting our golden whatever the hell it was from this. It'll be fine. Adachi's sobered up. Oh! He's a large boy. Oh, okay. Well, Psycho's back, too. Well, I'd never seen a drunken battle, at least, so that was a hell of a thing. Oh, come on. Just, you know what? Let's discuss this later. I do like throwing a plate through a man. Extremely useful. Okay, and we got a level up, which is nice. But as we stated, no golden, I'm gonna say, rhinoceros beetle for that one. Let's move on. Okay, for this one we get the golden butterfly and a hot sparkling. Next to say no knockouts. We got this, no problem. I did, Jack. That was a lot of that. Like I said, I've never done one of those before, so that was a beautiful surprise. Yes. You, sir, I want to sparklingly splash that man. Love the little sip at the end, and let's somersault like that man. Good. Double hit. Hit him on the ground for free. And now that's one less target. Peer reviewer is such a good one, and that's one I think we can definitely chalk up to our localization team friends. No, you hit the wrong man. Now the other man got up. Now Psycho has to hit them. This is what we told you when you wouldn't get in the Ava. Okay, what can you do here? Can you bat break this man? Yes, you can. That did the damage it needed to. All right, let's. Ooh, a shell shatter. That seems like the thing we want to use on a protected enemy. And just hit him. Easy beasy. Logger Spine, I hadn't considered if we were businessing tonight or not. I guess it depends on how well we get through a floor here. Like I said, I've never actually taken this to the illogical extreme. Ah, here is the rhinoceros beetle, and I'm not allowed to push people. I don't see that happening. So, really, Camel Rush gets it first? Interesting. Well, fill it up. I'm used to him getting, to Zhao getting to, well done at first. Because that really thins out the ranks in a beautiful way. And then the computer takes an abnormally long amount of time to get to the next turn because so many people have died. Oh, Pornographer was really good. What was good for you?
なめないでくれ
Right, the vanquishing pan.
叩きのめす。これでも食らって。
Wait, I think we actually got a new weapon to give Joe.
するかね。
勝てると思ってる。
We'll get that in between. That feels good. That feels really good when that happens. Okay, gear. Damascus Ladle versus Steel Flipper. Oh. The Damascus Ladle is still stronger. Huh. Well, not changing anything. What, Lurker Spine? That's good to know that we have one, but wow. I didn't realize you would need to use other weapons as materials for further weapons. Oh, I can just see the sunset out through the slit between my blinds right now, and we are experiencing peak vaporwave Victoria right now. Okay, Omni Pouch. Without using skill. No skills are calling for help, so this one is the one where we just punch directly. Good. Good. Okay, I love Druggler. Pornographer was good, but I love Druggler. Hit him with your popsicle, because you're a pop star. Aha! Lurker Spine, that's a grand idea. Let's move on. Okay, what's the challenge here? We are looking at 10 turns for a Chinese saber. We get the helmet. Right, 5th floor, not that great. So 6th floor we can do fine. Okay, so Zhao with the AoE. A lot of people die. Psycho just hits this one man. In fact, we just all hit the one man. He's not falling down. Okay, well then we'll just discuss some things. Boom! Perfect. Yeah, no, Joe's not gonna level, so that means somebody gets to have a drink from the sake hose. Oh no. Please, Itchy, don't make me drink an entire bottle of sake again. No, not 3 of them. Why would you do that to me? Moving on. What's our next move here? Where we go? Okay, Yappy, what do you got for me? Golden Spider, no recovery skills. I think we got this. Good call, Jaden Cynic. That is a fantastic film. Oh. That wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. Could we murdered one person? Oh, Zhao's on his own. Well. Roasting time. That was a great moe. Good, hits everyone. Oh no, no! Woo! Okay, there's going to need to be a recovery round between fights. Woo! There we go. Golden Spider. Auto recovery. Okay, now we start getting interesting. Who likes lumps of metals? 7-4. What do we got? Wind Sneakers and then a Golden Scorpion with if no one gets knocked out. I think we can do this. Spread it out. And then make him hot. I can't tell if the King Joe that's on here is a reference to Ultraman or not. Because they're kind of dressed like King Joe, the Ultraman villain. Slash, ally, depending on what you're watching. I love her just coming in and finishing people on the ground with a popsicle. Scorpion achieved. 8th floor, same as before. Okay, we get pumps and a golden dragonfly. If we win without switching party members, which absolutely will not happen. I will try. No, you're too far away. Let's open a wound in you. And your life, I guess. Let's see here. Breaking top, no. Birthday bonanza. Birthday bonanza you're weak to. Get birthdayed on. And you did well to a mega swing. Good thing no one was nearby. Hit him on the ground. Okay. And hit him. Just need to let Corey know that burgers are incoming. Oop. Perfect. Rank up! We'll see you again soon, Namba. Burger Spine, I completely agree with you. If only there was some way that we could, you know, reflow text and page designs based on what device was being used to view them. Oh shoot! I forgot what the. Oh right, we're poisoned. That's okay. That's the difference. We can use abilities. We're just super poisoned. Well down. Seems good. Taking out 2 is a pretty good start. Wrong dude! Okay. Find little man, end little man. Good God, we got a good amount of upgrades there. That was a win in 7 turns for? Okay. Up. Well, we got it! I think. Floor 10. We are now up to here. Oops. Everything is exciting. Okay, what do we got here? win within 7 turns, get a Damascus Ladle, or Dragon Knuckles. I don't see a problem here. You, my friends, are going to have a bad turn. And then let's just deal with these boys. And done! Good, good. That was an effective round. I feel good about that. We got the ladle. I wonder what the ladle's worth to sell, to be honest. Because we got the 2 of them. How's everyone feeling? Chow, looks like you could use another bottle of sake right about now. No, please don't, Mr. Ichiban! Proceed to the 11th floor. Move on. Good. Any extra weapons are worth quite a bit. That's good to know. Okay. No knockouts. We get a Hatari high density metal. We do need some of that. I do believe. Okay. Cook these boys up. Loving the bucket helmet. Ouch! Don't like you. You know what? Let's use one of the new ones we have here. Essence of Champagne Wave. Which is one of my favorite attacks. Oh! Yes! Okay, yeah, you know what? Somersault leg this boy. For big payback. Hit this man! And Lucas goes down. I'm looking forward to that final battle, that final move. I have not had it described what it is, but I've just been told that the move you get for finishing business is choice. So, wait a minute. Maybe we should be doing property management then all the time until we get that. All right, I want to get what I think might be the metals we need. Silver ingot, no skills. Gotta beat these robots. Can do. Let's pan this boy. And let's, you know what? Just for fun. I like seeing robots get... Poor robots. Why did you make me bleed? I wonder if water-based. Huh? He's resistant to water-based. Well, essence of. Never used this one before. Let's do it. Oh. What? That's a good amount. Dead somersault legged. You should birthday it. Do I have a full? Oh, you know what? I think I might on that side. Yes, there we go. Fixed. Thank you. I will absolutely make sure that everyone is available for our next fight against the Kiryu. Just simply based on the fact that we probably need everyone we can get for that fight. Oh no! Iris, don't give me the Excalibur! Excalibur! I am going to California!
From United Kingdom?
From United Kingdom, damn it! I'd forgotten Corey, I'm sorry. Hello Corey, says the chat. Yes, no, Iris, you are not wrong. Absolutely. We're here with Yappy. It's Yappy.
You don't have to do it every time.
Every time. Every time. I've not been picking up my, shoot, I forgot what I was supposed to do about these suspicious men. Well, we're just gonna murder them. Enjoy Dwarf Fortress. And back to California.
Also, I accept the delivery. You don't have to be afraid when the man says to knock at the door.
Thank you. Let's just murder everyone with champagne. I just love how in awe the enemies always are. And Adachi being in Kiryu's old suit is choice in my mind for that. Okay, Mr. Six, you are left. You should heal. Yeah. Oh no, Iris, you were thinking Fate's Stay? Okay, boy, yeah, check out Soul Eater. It's real good. That said, yes, good pull on Fate's Fate. Gold Ignot. Ingot. Ignatiums. Get the armor. Okay. Let's do... How far do we need to go before we... A long time. Win without having knockouts. No problems here. It's every 5? Yeah.
上がってこいよ。
寒い。しんどいね。
ほら来いよ。
絶対負けない。
Uh-oh. Poor prized fighter. Oh, wow. No one died from that. Let's see here. Birthdays. No one needs a birthday. No one needs to break their top. Do we need to get their shield blasted? No. Well, let's spread some ice. On one guy. Boo. Glow stick? Glow sticks. On the Dragon King. Next checkpoint is for 16. That sounds good. I was thinking we could just run through some property management and get to a board meeting there quickly, maybe, before we call it a night and do some karaoke. Because I think we've got time for that. Okay. Let's not Bone Crush. Bat Break? Yeah, let's Bat Break this prize fighter. Goodbye. Ah, the red, green, blue. It's something I have to internalize that I never have because it's never been a part of games that I've enjoyed. So I've never had to put it in my mind. You know what? We can probably just take that man out there with that. Not quite! Dang it! Take it out, Psycho! Take him out, Adachi. You resisted my advances? Oh, jail for me yet. Glow Stick Fury the man. Damn it, Sarah. Correct, yes. I am just so glad that please tell me if I'm wrong. It's the number of people I know who literally have a Miette voice in their head. Because we all know what Miette sounds like. I look forward to the first appearance of a Miette analog in a video game. EBH. All right, well, 100,000. That's not. Oh wait, we managed to get ourselves up to 1 million. That's good. That's very good. Skylar Ringtail, there is a pressure cooker slam. There was a tweet that went around a couple months back regarding a cat who was being pushed by the owners. Thank you. Yes, Lurker Spine throws out the the link.
成長を感じます。
As much as I talk about, ooh, a pearl. As much as I talk about explaining the joke being a fun joke, best just to get the real thing there. Okay, so we're going to the 16th floor because we got to get to the save point. Somehow we didn't make that a win for the big money. Prestige if we win within 7 turns against and Tiger. Cool. 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 What do you got? Let's open a wound, I guess. Can't Hell's Wheel it, can't Nelson Strike it. Can Rose Typhoon it? Let's Rose Typhoon it. Ooh, Tiger is weak to bullet. Okay. Guns and blades. Now, who's got those? No one. We're gonna glow stick flurry a tiger. Oh, that's disappointing. Yeah, let's essence. Wait, we can't essence it, but we can bone crush it. Good enough. What do we got? Human great. Well, that doesn't surprise me that we can't humanly grate a tiger. However, the essence of deadly beasts seems beautifully applied. Okay, let's see here. Rose Typhoon again. Yeah, we might as well just keep pounding it with our attacks. And yeah, just do it. Tiger defeated. The matriarch. Which job is that? I don't know if we've actually got any. Or anyone who's in the matriarch. Well, we didn't make 7 turns, apparently. So we gotta go up to the 16th floor. Although I think I've already bookmarked at this point. In which case we're fine. Oh, it's a DLC job. Okay, well. Okay, so we're good. Platinum or if we win within 7. Let's get ready first and leave. And then we'll come back another time. Because firstly we want to go do a quick property management before we call it a night. Yes, out of my way, businesswoman. I'm here to disrupt stairs. That's right, I will make some stairs that will move, and you pay with your phone to get on them. Venture capital, please. Ah! Wrong place. No! Did I just taxi to where I was? I think I did. Oh, good times. Good times. Jail for Ian. Now, quite frankly, one of my favorite lines from The Simpsons will always be Mr. Burns in his automobile driving wildly across the streets and yelling, "Out of my way! I'm a motorist!" It's the feel I have in my heart whenever I also am a motorist. McKenna, we made some money. Don't worry, we'll grind it up during the week at some point when I have time to grind it up during the week. Okay, unfortunately, I don't think we have time to egg tonight, so... Sarah, I would feel like you should feel more confident getting into a car with me once again, because I am expressing to people who are in my way and may cause an incident that they should make way for me. I am the motorist. That's right, Monica and Poison Mitsuo. Well, Mr. Poison Mitsuo, I would like to hire you for a job of something. Wait. These are people on offer? You seem... I love your moxie, and more importantly, your uniform. Right, our tour guide. She did such good work for us. Where is our SSR boy? By category, by product appeal, by service. Oh wait, there it is. You were here for a second. There you are. Product appeal. Is he worth 30 million? Do we need someone for that? Oh my god, I don't even want to think about this for now, actually. Is there anything that needs a product boost? Nothing needs product boost. Product we're fine on, actually, weirdly. Yeah, you know what? Let's just run our businesses. Yep, definitely gonna ignore him for now. Big money. Level up. Share price the same. Commercial time slot, we will take it absolutely. How are our employees? Are they happy? Everybody happy? Good. Open for business. But we'll watch the commercial.
横浜で産声を上げてうん十年。目まぐるしく変化する時代の中、私たちが決して変えなかったもの。
We refuse to let them change.
せんべいの味とお客様を大切に思う気持ちです。あなたの笑顔を作る企業でありたい。笑顔が一番。私たちは一番ホールディングスです。
Oh my god. Beautiful. Motivated employees.
勝たないの。
ラッキーいいわね。
ついてないな。
え
うまくいったな。
Good God, the biggest money.
今回の営業結果です。
Our cat cafe just raking in the bucks.
よっしゃーみんなよくやったぞ株価アップだ
Still no change in share price. That generally only comes from a board meeting, though. Okay, we gotta auto care these friends.
よっしゃ営業開始だ
Ah, yes, big challenges is the Sanrio alligator character. Oh, whoa, we just got a report. Soji's doing okay, that's good.
今回の営業結果です。
Oh, come on, we're just about at $500 million. Oh, come on!
素晴らしい結果ですね。
よっしゃーみんなよくやったぞ
The big money's where it's at. No change in ranking. Consultancy and instructor. Don't need them.
株主総会が近いです。
Actually, wait. Can we? No.
よっ
Just
しゃ
push.
営
Keep
業
pushing.
開始だおっぱいがまだダメだいいねいいねいいね
ラッキーいいわね。
うまくいったないいねうまくいったな
I still love that it's just the cat cafe that's carrying everything here. Ooh, yeah, we should look at expensive guy.
素晴らしい結果ですね。
よっしゃーみんな
Hexy, our current goal is to get into the top 10. Which just doesn't change.
株主総会がやってきました。
Okay, let's have a look here. Employees, how are they doing? They are upset. Let's make them happy. Recruition happens. Ooh, a new super rare man who is also Cyclops Oba. Big notoriety there. That might be worth looking into in the future. Where's our SR boy? Wait, that's another SSR. You're worth 7 million, but you're good for heart. 21 million. I mean, we can afford them? I think this is something, because we're now going into a board meeting, we come back and we shuffle our entire cabinet. But for now, we just go right into the shareholder meeting, because that's what we wanted to do. And Omelette is such a good girl, and we should really be aware of it. Anyway, I think our board... I don't think we can we haven't changed our employees, so our board is still solid. We've got a coverage from everyone. Blue is defeated by green. Red is defeated by blue. And green is defeated by red. I think I can remember this now. I think I can remember this. Jaded Cynic already did the employee self-care. We are good to go. Let's have ourselves a little board meeting. And then a quick karaoke, and
決
then
算報告をさせていただきます。
the usual.
春日一番社長、お願いいたします。
決算報告をさせていただきます
60 support is
あり
okay.
がとうございました。
それでは質疑応答に移りたいと思います。ご質問のある株主の方はぜひお願いいたします。
Green is defeated by red.
自品な状況だぞ。
But cheap.
甘く見すぎなんだ。
聞いてくれますか？
They just keep pounding away at him.
ご質問のある株主の方はぜひお願いいたします。
Green is defeated by red. That worked really well.
私の意見を聞いてくれますか？
Hit him.
ご質問のある株主の方は
Blue is defeated by green. Oh no, red is defeated by blue. Chicken.
そうか。
ご質問のある株主の方
Blue is defeated by green.
ちょっと目立たないとダメっしょ。
聞いてくれますか？
That's good. Okay, we're gonna have to apologize soon.
株主の方は
落ちるだけだ。解決策も見出せねえの。
聞いてくれますか？
反論できん。
ご質問のある株主の
コンプライアンスを守っていますか？高い志は持っていますか？
Apologize, maximum.
株主の皆さん、この度は誠に申し訳ありませんでした。
株主の方はこれ以上お願いします。定期株主総会を終了いたします。
We get it? We got it!
今回の大成功を祝して一つ。
Digitables aren't the same color as the people and need to be countered by something. Ah, Jesus.
最高の株主総会だったな。
Okay, we'll have to look this up. But anyway, we got through it. We got through it. I'll learn this eventually. Alfred, absolutely one of our members is a chimpanzee. We saved them from the
ランキングがア
circus.
ップしました。
There's a long history that we have to get through here. Well, we got some money out of that, so that's something. All right. Well, okay. We're gonna have to come back and deal with the fallout of that in a bit. But for the meantime, because I am a creature of habit, let us go find ourselves a place to karaoke before we say goodbye at the end of this particular stream. Thank you, one and all, each and every one of you, for hanging out with us while we play these absolutely ridiculous and entertaining games. I have found new life in gaming thanks to these, and I want to thank you very much for hanging out with me as we go through them. As well, for those of you who have chosen to show your monetary support for this channel as we go through this. Thank you one and all for hanging out and being here. Boy. Yes, you're here forever. All right, let's get ourselves in the door. And yes, as well, there's always the Patreon over at Patreon that comes up voting. Work for yourself, Ian. Patreon.com/tiltyhouse if you would like to help us out on that front. Let's see here. You know what? Okay, we did it like a butterfly last time. We've done Hell Stew recently. Bakami Tai recently. Future. I'm bringing back Psycho. I want my Spring Breeze. I want upbeat music to end the day. Let's casually back them up. Yeah, Loading Ready Run's pretty cool too, so check him out. Oh, come on, a good. I feel bad. Rugby Psycho! The amount of sheer boss energy that comes off of Psycho out of this song is amazing. All right, folks, thank you so much for joining us once again tonight for Yakuza Like a Dragon. We'll be back in a week's time for more of this game until we finish it and move on to the next Yakuza game. But until then, cheers, and we will see you next time. Thank you all, and have a good night.